If anybody is watching, can you please let me know that you can hear me, or give me a thumbs up or something while I try to see if I can see it on my phone, because I can't. So let's see. I wanted to talk today about the ultimate Corona survival kit. And that is, let me see if we can hear. Can you hear, Wendy? Can you hear? Video has no sound. Can you hear? Okay. All right. So it works. And I'm going to just share it with my other page. The ultimate survivors kit. And then we'll just get started. Today in Virginia was a little crazy because we have followed the rest of the nation in being on lockdown. And so a lot of people are scared, and I'm seeing a lot of scared people. And I don't want I don't want everybody to be so scared. I really kind of want people to use their wisdom and use their knowledge. Hey, Line Sister. Hey, Ty. Hey, Tare. So wanted people to use their wisdom because it's a little crazy out here. And, when California and New York went, when it ain't you, then you're not really worrying about it. Hey, Hayward, you're not really worrying about it. But when you see it starts to affect you, then, then it gets a little scarier. So I wanted to just share some tips. Hey, Shishi. Hey, Sora Latoya. I just wanted to share some tips. I'm calling it the Ultimate Corona Survival Toolkit. So, hey, Tashelle. So just keep coming in and we're just going to get started. So I want to give you some tips. So what I'm seeing is, and what I'm seeing, and I totally understand it. What I'm seeing is a lot of fear online. And these are from people that I love. These are from my family. These are from my friends. These are from my sorors. And I am noticing you, many of you, you keep posting death. You're posting about the teacher that died in Brooklyn. You're posting about the so-and-so that died and whatever. And what I want to tell you is what you focus on is what you're going to attract. Okay. So if you believe that, do a thumbs up, do something so that I know that you're there, because I can't really see it on Be Live. So I'm having to look back and forth, but I want to make sure that you feel me. You keep focusing on the negative things. And what you need to do in this time, or I don't tell people what they need to do. What I am asking you to do is to be very careful of your emotions and how you are vibrating, because vibration is everything. And there's only two vibrations. Fear is the bottom of the barrel, and love is at the top. So think about when you're afraid and you're about to run or you about to do whatever, that little pump that you get in your heart and you're scared, and it's a survival instinct. Fear is not bad. Fear is a God-given innate survival instinct that you need to haul ass if you have to. However, love, on the other hand, is a different vibration. You still get the same bodily functions. Think about when you are about to go on the first date, or your first date with your spouse, or whatever that feeling was when y'all was first chit-chatting on the phone, staying on the phone all night. Every time you saw the phone ring, you'd be like, and then you get that feeling, right? So it's the same thing. It's the vibration, and you felt good, and you probably smiled after you hung up the phone. Like an hour later, you were still smiling because you were attracting good vibrations, good feelings. So what do you want? The scary, or do you want the good vibration? Because at the end of the day, it can really save you. So what I want to just focus on is what you can do to vibrate high. And I'm giving you tools. So you're seeing all these people and they're giving you death, and they're giving you the latest stats. That's lies. They're lies. They're giving you all this bogus information. And I want you to have more of a balance of information. And so The first thing I want you to really consider is tapping into your own God-given, you had it at birth, intuition, instinct, and intelligence. You have the 3 eyes, you were born with them. Think about your own instinct, intellect, and intuition. Some of you are doctors on here, PhDs, medical doctors. You run companies, you're entrepreneurs. You use your intuition, instinct, intelligence. In that case, still use it here. And one of the ways is to stop watching the crap on the TV. They are lying to you. I think I was kind of like holding hands and massaging y'all's backs a little bit in the earlier videos, but now I'm not doing that anymore. I just want to give you what I feel like is my opinion, and then you use your own instinct, intellect, intuition to do the research to figure out what it looks like for you. But be clear that it's lies what you're being told on regular TV, because they told you you couldn't work from home, and what you doing working from home. You never ever thought in your whole life that school would be closed. You never thought that. College would be closed. You never, ever, ever thought that. And here we are. Everything is closed. So things are not always what they seem. So please that's what I want you to do. The other thing is you have to be balanced. So you pray and you prepare. African culture says also and. You just don't do one thing, you do both. Okay. Hey, Erika. Hey, Jade. You do both. Hey, Melvin. You do both. Okay. You pack, you pray, and you prepare, because things are different now. It is very clear since March 19th. That was the spring equinox. The world is different. We all know it. We all feel it. Aren't on them times when you're walking to Target at like random times, or if you've made that last, like the 5th last run to go get like the last few things, everybody's walking around like a zombie. Isn't everybody looking like they're in fear? Aren't you afraid to cough? So those are things that are very dangerous for human beings, because human beings are communal people and we need each other, and we need each other more now than we have ever needed each other. So I just want to implore you to please be careful hey Marsh, please be careful as you are separating yourself. I'm not saying you go stand back to back with the person in Walmart. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is be careful, respect the virus as a virus, just like you respect the flu, you respect pneumonia, you respect all these things. But also, when you're in the Target on that 5th last run, because I made one today, it was supposed to be my last one Friday, but I ran out today again. Smile at people. Give people some eye contact. Everybody's in fear. Everybody's afraid. Do you know a smile can change everything? So let's just go through a few fundamentals, okay? A few fundamentals. Get more cash. You need to have some straight cash, homie, on your person, okay? Just get another $300 out of the ATM and have it on you. Maybe have a total of $1,000 together. If you don't have that, get $500. Get whatever you can. But cash is king. Cash is king right now, okay? Hey, Michelle, get more non-perishable foods and get frozen foods. I have never had so much food at my house in my life. My mom always has food. I feel like a grown-up now because my refrigerator is packed and my cabinets are packed. And usually I like eat a lot of fresh food. Then by the end of the week, I'll go get some more. I got all types of stuff. I got options. So make sure that you have options, okay? Fill your gas tank up. Keep your gas tank filled, because you never know if you're going to have to leave your home, okay? Also, have all of your documents together. Have your passport, have your license, have your insurance cards, all the things that you need, your will, have them just in a little section. So if you have to roll, you can just grab it and roll. I would also suggest maybe having a packed bag with you just in case at the door, or already have it in the trunk. When Sydney was a baby, I had Pampers and all, like a change of clothes in case she had an accident. All that stuff was in the back of the trunk. Have that. It doesn't have to be a big deal. Have it. So we're just praying that we don't need these things. But what are we doing? We're using our intelligence, because we're seeing that things are different than they have ever been before, right? So you have to move in ways that you have never been moved before. And also, fear is paralyzing. You know, when you're afraid and you stop, and then you like, well, now's not the time to do that, okay? And like I said, I'm doing less hand holding and just being a little bit more blunt. And these are just my opinions. So you can always, please do your own research. I don't ever tell anybody what to do. I make suggestions. These are all suggestions. And so the next thing, and like we already talked about it, but I want to talk about more. For those of you who are just joining, who weren't here in the beginning, what you focus on grows. So focus on the healing and not the hurt. I got that from Queen Afua. I'm going to talk about Queen Afua some more in just a second. Hey, Pen. Positive over negative. Positive over negative. That's a rap lyric. Fear lowers your immune system. Your currency right now. My big sister Vikki says, wealth is just soul wealth. And we all know that health is wealth, especially right now. Being in fear lowers your immune system. So try your best not to fear. The best thing to raise your vibration is to laugh, talk to your friends. Me and my sorority sisters. Hey, what's up, y'all? TSH is in the house. Pen, Lynette, Jadelle, Natalie, Marsha. We all got on a Facebook, a FaceTime call, and we just enjoyed music together, because that helps to mitigate some of the fear. So you can do the same thing. And then also smile and laugh. I'm going to post this this thing that my sister sent me. It is people laughing. And Michelle is right. Vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high. That will heal you. My sister sent me this thing. It's a little video that I'm going to post after, and it says, if we don't laugh like this, we not friends. And it's two girls sitting on the floor hollering. They are laughing so hard that they can't breathe. That's how we do. Do you know how healing that is? So whenever I start to feel myself slipping, I watch that video and I can't hardly breathe, because it is so funny. And funny and fun raises the vibration. Okay, so let's go to for anybody who was watching my page this weekend, I was all in to the DNiceHomeschool. And it's because I have always loved BDP. I'm a BDP KRS-One chick, right? I'm a golden era hip hop chick. If you are too, put them thumbs up, give me some hearts, whatever, right? And so I've always known DNice. I mean, I've always followed him. I don't know DNice from a can of paint. Let's be clear. I don't know him from a can of paint. I just always knew that if he was rocking the party, wherever it was, how a homecoming or a Grammy party or anybody's party, it was going to be popping. So when I heard that he was doing his thing online, it probably was on Thursday that I found out. And if you were in there, put the little dance move emoji if you were in the party, right? When I say I was getting my whole life, because like I say, I grew up in Jersey, and I grew up with these two radio stations called WBLS and 98.7 KISS. If you are familiar with them, put them hearts up, right? We got all the joints early because New York was the #1 media market. And he was playing that style of music. He wasn't playing like the regular old, same old hip hop that's corny. He was playing the joints, the classics, the disco and the house and Chicago house and Jersey house, the 90s, 80s, whatever. It was so healing. And I knew it was healing from the very beginning, because I knew how I felt when I finished it. And every time my joint came on, which was like every song was my joint, I'd be like, oh, and Sydney was like, mommy. She come out from her room. What? And I'm like, yo, this DJ is killing it. So by Thursday, so I see Michelle, Erika, and Sora Ty was in the building, and I saw y'all in there. And so by Thursday, I was out on my balcony. This was Thursday. By Friday, it was that beautiful day. I was on my balcony. I danced the entire time. From the time he came on till the time he got off, I danced, because movement is healing. Fear is stuck in most of our body and many people's bodies at this moment. Fear gets trapped into your body. And if you've ever seen someone who may be a little bit overweight, a lot of that is fear and sadness and trouble. So I move my body because I understand the healing power of movement. It breaks up stagnancy, because I had been sitting down all day and I've been working all day. So I needed to break up the stagnancy. But then by Saturday, how many of you were in that joint on Saturday? That joint was so lit. And I needed to share it with my friends. So like I said, I called my girls and we got on a FaceTime call and we were having a ball. We were laughing. And every time he switched his hat, we took shots, and we might have taken a few shots just on our own. It just depended on what we were feeling like. But we were together. I was washing the dishes. Lynette was cooking her food. Marsha was playing Pac-Man. I mean, everybody was doing something, but it was the sense of community. We were together, and that is powerful. And that is what is healing for us. So we were being healed by DNice. And I recognized the power of what he was doing. And I realized that I wrote a little piece. I realized that it didn't matter how rich or whatever. DNice been traveling and been popular for many, many years, but his ass was in the house too, in the kitchen. Just like us, the money is helpful, because money is always helpful, and money is beautiful. But at this moment, doesn't matter how much money you have, you can still get the virus. So now we've seen people who have gotten the virus and who have died. And they might have been some pretty popular people or people who have money. So your health is your wealth. So keep the vibes high. Other ways that I want to share, because I did not come here to just share doom and gloom. What I came to give you is resources. So it looks like the brother DNice will be back again, and he will be back tomorrow. He's having a When We All Vote party, right? So you can choose to get on there. Now, I tipped the brother, and I'm just selling books. I don't have a normal job. All my book events were canceled. And I heard some people saying, well, why should we pay him? He's already rich. Because he put out mad emotional and spiritual labor. That was labor he gave us. That was a labor of love. That man stood up for pretty much between 5 and 9 hours every night and just moved. Can you imagine what it did to his knees? Can you imagine what it did to his back? Can you just imagine? So I cash app that brother just to recycle. You know, I was recycling the energy. He was giving me good energy. He was giving me good currency, and I was giving him currency back. So even if you get on another time, and if you say, I ain't gonna give him nothing, cash app that man, because he was blessing us. So then the other one is my big sis, and she's in my book. Her name is Dr. Vikki Johnson, and she has the Soul Wealth radio show. And I'm one of her guests, and I actually am so grateful. She was the first guest on my radio show, and now I was the first guest on her radio show, and that's a blessing because she knows everybody, and I was just so grateful that she picked me. I was on twice. So go to Soul Wealth. You can see all the information is right there. Let me remove the name so you can see it. I'm going to send you these resources, but it's on all platforms. Listen to it. She talks about things that are nourishing and healing to the soul. And what do you need more than that? Nothing. You need things right at this moment that are healing and nourishing for the soul, because we're not going to be posting any more things about death. The next time you decide to post some story about somebody, just think about what I'm saying and then Ask yourself these questions. Is it true? That's one. Is it kind? That's two. And then three, which is my favorite, is it necessary? Is it necessary for you to post this? Now, if it's your family member or somebody close, I mean, you could do what you want, but those are the three things that I'm suggesting that you think about before you post another dead somebody something because of coronavirus. Coronavirus is killing people. The dude that's saying Mama Ku, Mama Ka, Mama Maku Musa, he's from Cameroon. He's my Cameroonian brother. He died from that today. He's an older gentleman, maybe in his 80s or so. I don't remember. Ty probably knows, but that's hella sad, of course. But what can you do? Death is what happens when you have life. So that community is grieving because he was a luminary within the community. Michael Jackson took his song, Mama Say, Mama Sa, Mama Kusa. So, I mean, we all know it. But the brother who wrote it was from Cameroon and he has transitioned. So we know it's serious. So you respect it. It's also but you don't have to keep pushing the death of so many people every day on your page because you're scaring people and you're scaring yourself. The next person, so tomorrow, take notes tomorrow. Tomorrow, my girl, Erika Totten, who is also in the resource guide of my book, is giving a live Zoom at 7 p.m. It is an emotional emancipation circle for people of color, unapologetically. We need to understand what is happening. Now, in another video, I said, Black people been through hell. We always have been through hell and we have always survived. We have survival skills. We went through the slavery, kidnapping, and Holocaust. We lived here in the United States on concentration camps, and we survived. And we will survive this. She has tools from a psychological perspective on how to survive. So she will be on Zoom. I will put her information in tomorrow at 7 p.m. And you can get on the emotional emancipation, into the emotional emancipation circle. I have been to a few live over the last 3 years, and I made a major decision at her place the night before. I went to her emancipation circle, and then the next day I made a major life-changing decision because I had the power and I felt so empowered from the things that she was teaching me at that circle. Sydney even had a racist incident happen, and I took her to an emotional emancipation circle. It's for everybody, kids and grown folks, okay? So that's another suggestion. And then another suggestion. So I'm giving you suggestions. You use your instinct, your intellect, your intuition to see what resonates with you. Where do you want to be? Where do you feel like it would help you to get this kind of information? The next one is with one of my mentors. His name is Anthony Browder, and he is the founder of the IKG Cultural Resource Center. And he tomorrow on Facebook Live is teaching survival skills for Africans in America. Okay, that's what he's teaching tomorrow. So the information, I'm going to take this down. The information is there. It's 13 steps to freedom. I think they're going to do a few. It's going to be on Facebook Live. It's again tomorrow at 7. So what I would suggest is go to Erika's, what's going to be on Zoom, and then you come back and watch the replay for Tony Browder. He is who I went to Kemet with. People know the incorrect name of Egypt. Kemet is the original name of that region in the country in Africa. And I had a whole metamorphosis. My life changed there. And I talk about that in my book. So thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. So that's another resource. This is life. We're talking survival skills, right? This is a survival toolkit, just things that have helped me and are helping me. And that was what I wanted to share. I didn't want to share any sad posts. I wanted to share life and give you actual resources. The next one is Queen Afua. Queen Afua also was somebody who was very instrumental in my life. She's a spiritual teacher and a holistic health practitioner. Just go on Facebook, search her name, and I feel like she's doing like a 21-day something. I haven't followed it as much, but I know that she's powerful and she's helped me as I've been healing my body through Sacred Woman. So get on Facebook, Queen Afua, on Instagram or whatever. Yesterday, she was showing people how to make smoothies to boost their immune system. So she's talking about building immunity, and she's the bomb. So she's another person. Check her out. The other thing is Sankofa Homeschool. So for those of you who now have your babies at home, for real, in addition to the work that they're getting, you could also do the Sankofa Homeschool. I'm going to put up the information on the Sankofa Homeschool. I have a little story to tell about it really quickly. But the Sankofa Homeschool is a homeschooling collective for families of color who want to grow, learn, and build together. And they are dedicated to creating a rich, supportive homeschool village, a combination of social outlets, field trips, and the sharing of resources. Now, who don't need some resources there? So a year and a half ago, probably, I interviewed Monica Utsi, who is the educator, and she's one of the founders of this movement, the Sankofa. They've been here 10 years, maybe 20 years. It's been a minute. So if you want some resources for your babies that are outside of the normal Columbus found America, which you know ain't true, then check out the Sankofa Homeschool community. It's right on Facebook. And then I'm going to put the link to our interview that we had a year and a half ago. And the beautiful thing is I always wanted to put Sydney and Sankofa. It just never worked out. It's now virtual starting in April. And so now I signed her up, and I could almost weep because this is the type of education that I wanted for her. And so now she will be getting this information along with her other stuff, because remember, today, Virginia, I think it was yesterday, school is out. So while Sydney came up in this mug running and doing the Cabbage Patch and doing her version of whatever she was doing, thinking she wasn't doing no school, bloop, I put the pause on that, and I'm like, you about to do this. You about to get this real education. So Sankofa Homeschool, another resource for you and your family in the toolkit. Next, and then I have two more, and then we're done. She has managed my finances since 2004. Now, in 2004, I was just leaving my home. I was getting a divorce. I was a single mother, and all I had no money. Lynette forced me to find $35 a month to save. Do y'all know I was afraid that I did not have $35 a month? She showed me how to find it, and I was saving $35 a month in 2004. And then I worked my way as my life got better and as my finances got better. So she wants to know, what is your post-corona plan financially? Because now you're in a situation where you have a different awareness of your finances. So give me some hearts or some love if you feel like you might have the best job, but have you managed your finances? Are y'all looking at some savings or having to tap into a little something because things are about to gotten shut down? I know for me, I'm trying to sell these books. And today was supposed to be my Delta book club with my sorors, and we were going to go through the book. Canceled. Thursday was supposed to be the Kennedy Center. Canceled. And then so on and so forth. So my cousin is here. Hey, Donald. So, I understand. And it's an ebb and a flow, but she can help you navigate these things. I'm telling you, she has done it for me since 2004. So I am grateful for what she has helped me to create so that I have a little bit of a cushion to fall back on in case we have these rainy days, and, it's sprinkling right now. The next one is Dr. Zoe Spencer. Dr. Zoe Spencer is a professor at Virginia State University. She's a sociologist, and she is offering, so Virginia State University is out. All my Trojans, where y'all at? Give me, do the orange and the blue hearts, please. Give me some orange and blue hearts. I'm gonna make y'all was doing it for DNice, so do it for me. Orange and blue hearts, VSU in the house. She's a sociologist, and she is